right. And here we are. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Just wanted to drop a real quick stream to show you guys some stuff that I have here. I guess you can already see it in the camera, but PRB02 released on October 3rd for the West. So I have 3 boxes here, and I'm going to go ahead and crack these here live on stream. If you guys are new to the channel, please remember to like, share, and subscribe if you want. Like it if you like it. Share it if you want somebody else to see it, and subscribe if you want to see more content like this, or just in general. If you want to make a suggestion, I have a live chat right now that you can go and drop a comment in down below or to the side, or if you want to, you can leave a comment on this or any of my more recent videos, and I will see that and get back to you as soon as possible. So I appreciate that, guys, and without further ado, I am just going to go ahead and get straight into this box opening. So let me switch it over here. And here we go. So I have 3 boxes here. We got our Bandai company sugar sleeves, official One Piece merch, for any good pulls that we get. And so as I crack this first box here, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about how this works. So from what I've seen, I did crack 2 boxes earlier, but from what I've seen, the way this set works is that you get 2 secret rares, 2 parallels, which can be a secret, I believe, as well, but 2 parallels, and then 2 foil Dawn cards in each box. And then you can get an extra hit of like a manga, or I think maybe an extra parallel, and then one of your foil Dawn cards as well can also, excuse me, end up being a secret, or sorry, not a secret, but a Golden Dawn, which is worth a lot usually. So the average we're looking for is 2, 2, and 2. Being foil Dawn, secrets, and alternate arts. And then, of course, if we get anything else, that's just going to be extra credit. All right. Let me empty my pockets out over here. There we go. Alrighty. And let's get into it. All right, first box, here we go. Yeah, guys, feel free to drop a comment down in the chat. I have the chat pulled up right now, so if you guys want to talk, say anything, I'll do my best to read that. It's not going to be like my card playing stream where I was kind of like torn in between. This is going to be much less involved. So we have our box here. I'm going to go ahead and scoot these ones over to the side, like so. I have chat pulled up right here on my phone until I get another monitor. And let's get going. And so some cards, guys, that we are looking to pull. I would really, really like to see the blue 4-cost Marco blocker. It's a very good card. As well as pretty much any of the PRB02 brand new rares in general. Those are going to be, I believe the cheapest one is about $5, and they're only going up. So just something to keep in mind. But here we go. PRB, of course, being the best, Volume 2. So all these are going to be relatively useful cards within the meta, with the exception of, like, I think 3 cards total are not usable in some aspects. But here we go. So we're going to start off with our commons. So we got Mary Joie, Onami, and then we got our uncommons. So I'm going to separate them into the normal rarities and then any parallels or anything like that that we get. So I'm going to put that up there. We have our uncommons here. Promo Carrot. And then Otama, which I think this is, yep, this is a new card. So I'm going to go ahead and go over this since it is a new card. So it's a 2k counter, 2 drop, 0 power, Land of Wano type character. It is going to have a cost of 2, and it's going to say activate main. You can rest this character and add a card from the top or bottom of your life to your hand. And up to one of your leader character cards gets plus 3,000 power during this turn. So an okay utility card. Let me see if I can get that to zoom in. I don't think you play this in Yamato, but you could if you wanted to. But it's a searchable 2k, so I think that makes it better than most. So we got that as our rare. And then we have our SR going to be black 5-drop Sabo, the kind you see in the Three Brothers deck, so very good there. And then we have a foil Gion here. And did somebody say Kami? And our Dawn card is going to be the Boa Hancock. So every pack does come with a Dawn card, guys. But what we're looking for is those foil Dawn. So the art ones are cool, don't get me wrong, but we're looking for those foil Dawn cards. And I'm also double checking the backs just to make sure that we don't have a Dawn God pack. Very, very unlikely, but it could happen. You never know. Let me move this over here so I can see chat better. There we go. All right. So we got Three Brothers Bond getting reprinted from the Three Brothers starter deck. And chat, that's something that I'm going to be rebuilding is the black-yellow Luffy deck from the Three Brothers starter deck as well. Let me reorganize these a little bit more right here. See if I can scoot my keyboard back. There we go. All right. Yep, so we got Three Brothers Bond and Kalgara. And then we have It's to Die For and Vinsmoke Sora. Very cool to see that reprinted. All right, and we have the promo Koala. So good to see this getting reprinted. This card was, I believe, $20, $25 per copy. So it's starting to get up there just because of how hard it was to get. Then we have My Era Begins for our rare. And our SR is going to be Basil Hawkins 6-drop. All right, now we're getting into our... And I'm sorry, by the way, for any like pixelation and stuff with the camera. I'm working on getting that fixed, but for now, I believe it's just internet issue. But now we're getting into our... Oh, this looks like a common from ST16. So Katakuri. And then Brook from the red starter deck. And we have Carrot for our Dawn. It's very cool. Alright, I need to get a little bit faster at opening these guys, but we'll work on it. By the way, let me know in chat if the music's a little bit too loud. Not that I'm yapping anything important here, but just in case. Alright, so we got the Ace, little guy here. And then Sanji. We got Ivankov. Oh, I was putting that in the wrong pile. That's the foil pile. Ivankov. Amano Murakami Sword. And then we got Gion. Alright, so I believe the way that the hits work in this, by the way, is if you have 3 uncommons and or 3 commons, you are getting some sort of a hit, whether it's a foil Dawn or a secret or something along those lines. So we had 3 uncommons and 2 commons there, so we'll see what happens. So we have Mr. 3. This is a new card, by the way, so I will go over this, actually. So this effect can be activated when this character is rested by your opponent's effect. You can trash this character and draw 2 cards. Other than that, it is a 2-cost, 1,000 power blocker with 1,000 counter, and it's got Cross Guild and former Baroque Works types. So pretty good for, I guess, Buggy would be the deck that plays that the most. Or maybe, maybe Croc does that as well. All right, we have Brook here for our SR. Very cool. Always good to have a Brook. I think that's my 3rd copy, so I didn't actually own that card before. And then promo 7-drop Luffy, and nice! We have the foil Uso Hachi. So this card, $12, I believe it was, for just the common out of that starter deck. So very good to see that get reprinted. We'll definitely be throwing that into one of my blinged out purple decks. And then we have Smoker for our Dawn card there. So very nice, very nice. Always good to see staples show up. And that's something cool about this set, is it's a little bit like the rarity collections were in Yu-Gi-Oh! When they finally decided to print that. Is, you know, just at least one usable card for one of your decks in each pack, hopefully, right? All right, no Dawn Guard pack. Let's keep going here. Plastic Surgery Shots, and we got another Brook. All right, we have Black Hole, Sun, and Bartolomeo, and Ashiki. So that's 3 uncommons, so we could have something cool here. Gum Gum Jet Gatling got reprinted, very nice. And we have 10-drop Blackbeard for our SR. We have a foil Portgas D Ace, which is pretty cool. I'm personally trying to get my hand on the starter deck parallels of this. But if you don't have that, or if you just like this one better, it has... It's kind of hard to see there, but it's got these little vines on it. Anyways, nice. And then we have Revolutionary Army HQ, uncommon foil, and the Gear 5 Dawn. Just normal. So far, some pretty good pulls. I will definitely be using that Ace because I don't think I have that baby maxed out yet. I only think I have 1 or 2 of the whited out parallels. But yeah. All right, next pack. Here we go. All right, we got our Luffy here. The strongest card in the set, which is going to be Mountain God. You Can Be My Samurai is our 3rd common, so this is probably a hit pack, if I remember correctly. It's to Die For and Nojiko, of course. Excuse me, wow. My brain just shut off there, rounding out our uncommons. And we have Rare Zorojuro, and there we go. That's our first one right there. That blue Marco blocker card. And this card, guys, it's pretty good, just base. Once OP13 comes out, right? And we get red, blue, ace. This card is absurd. But I'm going to read off what this card does for those of you who don't know. 4-drop, 6,000 power character with blocker. It's Whitebeard Pirates and former Whitebeard Pirates and Land of Wano type. And it says, with no counter, by the way, but it says on KO draw 2. So 4-drop 6K that on KO draws 2 and just happens to be a blocker, so you can leave it up if you want. Nice. And we got our secret rare, our first secret rare for the box, which is going to be Silver's Rayleigh. And chat, if I remember correctly, let me switch my color here real quick, because it is just turning off constantly. There we go. Hopefully that's better. But one thing they did is they made the colors, I believe, more vibrant in this set, and they changed the foiling on it to be a little bit more glossy and pop more. So if I can get this to focus here. So it does look a lot different from a normal Rayleigh, if I'm not mistaken. Wow, it is just not wanting to focus on this at all. Okay, well, you know what? I tried. But yeah, Silver's Rayleigh. Very cool. Oh, they did kind of do the foiling thing that Japan did. Because I got the Japanese Rayleigh, and it has like a circular one from the sun. So it has this on this as well. It's just not as prominent. But yep, Silver's Rayleigh is going to be our secret rare. One of 2 secret rares for the box. At least it should be. Then we have our common Nico Robin, followed by her Dawn card. Excuse me, All Sunday Dawn card. So nice. We got a really good SR and a secret rare out of that pack. And of course, Silver's Rayleigh going to be going down in price now that it's finally been reprinted. Because originally there were only 3 printings of that card, all from OP06. No, sorry, 8. OP08. Of course, being the normal, the parallel, and then the manga rare. But yeah, just a really good card. Never going to rotate, by the way, because it does have that manga rarity printed on it. So very good. Nice. We got a common Usohachi. Great common to have. Black Vortex. Been tearing up the meta as well. And then we have Edward Newgates. That's going to be our 3rd common. Looking at a potential hit pack here. And I am going to move these down just a little bit because they're sliding under my keyboard, which is frustrating. We have Crocodile for an uncommon, followed by Monet. This is, I believe, a new card? No, it's from OP05. Okay. We have Cross Guild for our rare card. Shirahoshi is going to be our SR, so very, very good reprint. I've been told this is only about $2 right now, but this card, I believe, was $15 to $20 a copy for the base rarity from EB01. Of course, EB01 being the first extra booster set, having so many impactful cards that are worth so much, right? Like Brooke, this card right here, the Chopper. But yeah, just a very strong card in general. Really good to see a reprint for this card here. Very happy for that. And then we got Sanji here. This is promo Sanji, of course. And then we have foil Black Vortex. Is very sick. Does it have anything special going on? It's got like a little bit of like a confetti foil going on at the top. Sorry, I'm showing this one off because I do have the Blackbeard deck. But yeah, still, foil is very cool and nice. So this is going to be our hit. One of our hits, anyways. This is the foil Sanji Dawn. So let me get a little bit of a flashlight going here. See if this helps with telling the foiling on these. But yeah. So this is going to be our Sanji Dawn card here. Just holding out that peel off like it's nobody's business. Pretty cool. All right. So we'll put that over here. And then I'm going to go ahead and sleeve these up because I totally forgot that we have sleeves. All right, so I'm going to sleeve up our secret. And I'm also going to sleeve up our valuable SRs here. So I think this is the only one worth a ton. So we'll go ahead and sleeve that up. And we'll just put this up here for now. And then, of course, sleeve our foil Dawn card. Like so. All right. Next pack. So we already have one SR, or sorry, one secret and one foil Dawn. So we're looking for another secret, another foil Dawn, and 2 alternates, hopefully. And then if we get anything else, who knows, extra credit, maybe a manga. I will say the 2 boxes that I opened earlier, I had one normal box, and then the second box, I got an extra hit, which was the manga My Era Begins. So I'll show that after I'm done with these 3 boxes. Very, very cool looking card. But anyways, here we go. So we got Buggy 2K. It's the searchable 2K. For, I believe, Dofi. So very cool. And then the baby Luffy. We have another common in Hina. Also a really good reprint, by the way, for Lucci and stuff, I feel like. Slave Arrow, also a really good reprint. This card was actually going up in value a lot, being from OP07. All right, we have the 2-cost blocker Rosinante getting reprinted as well. Very, very good card. Good to see it get reprinted. Why is this shutting off like that? Hold on. Technical difficulties, chat. Let's just get it on something. Okay, this works better. All right, but we got Rebecca. Very, very strong card. Good to see that get reprinted. Ooh, nice. And we have the 7-drop Supernova Law for our second secret rare. So this card also going to be going down in price, which is good to know because it was about $15. Of course, dropping off in price a little bit as Green Yellow Law fell out of the meta due to Blue Purple leaving. but still a really good card in general. Very nice to see. Never hate having extra copies of a secret rare personally. And we have Revolutionary Army HQ, going to be our other foil card for the pack. So nice. Almost got a playset of that for the red-black Sabo deck that I'm going to build in OP13. And we have the normal Nami Don to round out that pack. So I'm going to go ahead and sleeve up that Law. So we have our 2 secret rares for the box already. It's Rayleigh and Law. Very cool. So we're looking for another foil Don and then our parallels. Oh, son. No, now it's stuck in my head, chat. Ugh. Alright. Let's keep on cracking here. So we got Just Shut Up and Come With Us. Cavendish. And then we got Scratchman at Pooh. Curly Dayton. And then after the first box, guys, I'm going to kind of go through the commons and uncommons faster. Let me know in chat if you want me to wait on them, just so you can see the different commons and uncommons that did get printed. Or feel free to pause the stream if you need to, and then just catch up a little bit later. Nice. And so this is a card that I am really happy to see. It's going to be Don Quixote do Flamingo. So this is also a PRB02 card that is pretty relevant. So I'm going to go ahead and read this off. It's going to be seeing play in, I believe, Gold D. Roger. But it is a 5-cost, 6,000 power blocker with 1,000 counter that also says on play, if your leader is multicolored, add up to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and rest it. So just a solid blocker that is also going to be ramping your Dawn card for free, and it's not leader locked at all. All you need to do is have a multicolored leader, so very strong. And then we have the SR Law from the Dofi starter deck, the revamped one. Very cool. We have the Scratchman of Pooh foil, and nice, a Lime Juice. Very cool. I actually needed this for a deck. And then we have, of course, the Marshall D. Teach Dawn card, aka Blackbeard. Okay. So even though, like I said, not every card is going to be for everybody in here, there's such like a wide variety in this set that it's really just a set that I feel like anybody can buy and, you know, enjoy the cards that comes out of it. So we got Jinbei here, followed by Ace Sengoku, and then we got Katarina Devon and White Snake with another Lime Juice, and that's going to be our uncommons and commons. And so now we are getting into our foily range. We have our rare going to be Uroge. And then this right here is another new card that I will read off from PRB02. A card that a lot of people are looking for right now, actually. So it's going to be Trafalgar Law, which is a Punk Hazard, 7 Warlords of the Sea, Heart Pirates type character. 6 cost, 7,000 power with 1,000 counter on the side. Pretty sick that it has counter. It has once per turn, if this character would be removed from the field by your opponent's effect, you can give this character minus 2,000 power instead, which is pretty strong. And it also has, when attacking, give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 2,000 power during this turn. So very, very strong card overall. Good in a lot of decks, probably Shanks I can think of that can use that, as well as obviously Red Green Smoker, right? Looking for those Punk Hazard cards. You could also put it in Red Sanji because it doesn't have an on-play. It's just very strong. And then we have Kid and Killer and Slow Beam Sword getting a reprint. I did not know they got a reprint, so that's very cool. A card that I don't actually think I had a lot of copies of. Yeah, from 07. So, good card to have, in my opinion. And then we have the Pudding Dawn. It's funny, I haven't actually seen this Dawn card, just the regular version. I have pulled now 2 of them in the foil variant. And let me tell you, that foil, immaculate on that card. Immaculate. All right, here we go. First half of this box almost down. And I might start speeding up through the commons chat once we get through this first half of the box. So we got Sangoro. Sangoro, of course, coming from the Purple Luffy starter deck, and Roronoa Zoro with Moda and Katarina Devon, and X-Drake for our uncommons. So now we have rares. Frankie coming out as a rare. Very good card. I actually needed this for the longest time. I feel like they printed it, and I got a hand on it just as I ended up not needing it anymore, but still. Then we got Crocodile, the Cross Guild one. There he is, the strongest card in the set. We have our Mountain God foil. Look at that beast. And then behind that, we have You Can Be My Samurai and the Revolutionary Army Dawn card. Nice. So nothing too crazy in that pack, chat. Frankie's pretty cool, I guess. Just a good 2K that is Straw Hat searchable for any deck that needs it. Moving on, we got Nico Robin here. And a brick. And he possesses the world's most brilliant mind. X-Drake. Katarina Devon. All right, we have 0 cost event here for yellow. Very strong card. Also surprisingly expensive at the time that it was out. So good to see a reprint on that, as well as Purple Sanji, another really good card. We have our foil of that Brook, and then a foil Onami. Another good foil to have, in my opinion, if you are playing a purple deck. Pretty good overall ability. 4 cost, 2,000 power blocker. So, I'm not going to read that card off because it is an older card, but still a great card to see reprinted. Alright, and cracking our way into the back of this box, our first box here, we are still missing both of our parallels and another foil Dawn card as well as anything else. Alright, no Dawn guard pack, that's fine. Alright, we got Shotji and Penguin, someone say Kami. Maynard is our third common, so looking like a hit box here. Or hit pack, excuse me. We have Black Hole and Moda for our uncommons. Alright, we got Uta, the red-haired searcher. And nice, dude, nice. I forgot that they reprinted this. So this is the 9-cost KO any rested character Shanks. Just very strong card in general. Good to see that get reprinted. Ooh! And our parallel, first parallel for this box is going to be the box art card, actually. So this is a pack, right? And the card is green, surprisingly, but here it is. That's going to be our 4-drop, 5,000 power Luffy. It is PRB02, so I'm going to read it. So 4-drop, 5,000 power, and they slapped some counter, if I can get this to focus, onto this character as well. But this character says, well, your turn on play, if your leader is multicolored, and your opponent has 7 or less Dawn cards on their field, your opponent rests one of their active Dawn cards at the start of their next main phase. So, like, in my opinion, just a little bit too fair of a card to be printed. But still, I don't know, it might see play in something. Maybe some sort of an aggressive deck. If, I don't know, maybe Red-Green Luffy decides to play an aggressive curve, then it could see some success. Alright, that's going to be an SR, so I'm going to put that up here with Marco. Excuse me, I'm going to put it down here with our parallels. And then our other foil card, of course, is going to be the Promo Sabo 2K. So, good card to have. Searchable Revolutionary Army 2K that also kind of does something. Not really. Alright, and we'll keep going here. So that's a good parallel to get. A little box parallel action. New card, so it will not be reprinted for a second, if at all. Alright, and we'll keep cooking here. We got Baby Sabo. We got Teach. Bartolomeo. Dragon's Breath. Crocodile. Alright, and now we have the Kobe. This is a very good card. A lot of people today at my local card shop were looking for this. I want to say 3 or 4 people needed a play set of this card. A lot of them were just looking for the parallel, but still, this card, very strong. I'll go ahead and read it because it is a PRB02 card. So it's a 4-drop, 5,000 power character with 1,000 counter attached. It says, opponent's turn. If your leader has the Navy type, this character gains 1,000 power, so buffs itself, makes itself harder to remove. But it says, when attacking, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with 3,000 base power or less. Then if you have 6 or less cards in hand, draw a card. And that part is not leader locked. So very, very strong tempo card there. So that's going to be our rare slot. And then, of course, Monkey D. Dragon going to round out our SR there. And now we're getting into our foils. We got Jinbei. And we have a Hina. Very nice. And the Hina here is actually really cool foiling. So similar to the way that they did Marshall D. Teach here, where his has the emblem, this Hina here has, if I can get it to show, the Navy little birds on it. It's not really wanting to do it. You can kind of see them there. There we go. Yeah, the little Navy birds going across. And then the Jinbei Dawn is going to round that one out. Okay. Getting down. Looks like we have about 6 or 7 packs left. And again, chat, if you're just dropping in, good to see you. We're just cracking open 3 booster boxes of the new One Piece set, PRB02. Feel free to drop down a chat. Let me know what's going on. Say hi. You can just talk about anything while we're cracking these packs here. Feel free to like the stream as well. Or subscribe if you want to not miss streams in the future or any video drops. I will say I am very close to dropping a video of my first locals. It just takes a lot longer to edit a blog style video than I thought it would. So yeah, but we're about to drop that. So if you want to subscribe so that you don't miss when that does drop, I'm expecting it here in the next day or 2. I'll probably get it up by tomorrow if I had to guess. But yeah. All right, we have Jewelry Bonnie here. So another PRB card that I am going to read because we haven't pulled it yet. So it's a 3-drop, 3,000 power character. It's a Supernova Bonnie Pirates, obviously, with 1,000 counter attached. It's a blocker, which is pretty cool. And it says, on your opponent's attack once per turn, you can set up to one of your Dawn cards as active. So, yeah, obviously intended for the Bonnie deck. I don't think it does a ton for that deck, but it's another card that says Supernova and is searchable and is a blocker, so they can't hate it that much. All right, we have Frankie here. Then we have our foily Monet, and nice, a foil It's to Die For. So this card right here, I'm actually really happy to get a foil of, because I do play it in red, purple, Luffy. Really good ramp card. And then we have a Buggy Dawn. So we need one more, looks like one more, yeah, foil Dawn and one more parallel to hit our box quota. We'll keep on crack-a-lacking here. All right, little Charlotte Brûlée action with a Scratchman of Pooh. And we have Hitakiri, Kamazo in German 66, as well as a Buggy. Buggy's seen a lot of play, of course, in Rayleigh. Just very strong card. All right, now we have a Gadatsu for our rare, so they did reprint this. Pretty good reprint, in my opinion. Gadatsu was getting up there. Edward Newgate is going to be our SR. And we have a Carrot promo foil. It's actually pretty cool. The electricity has like a confetti foiling on it. And then Sengoku is going to be our common foil there. And we have the Sugar Dawn. Pretty cool. All right, keep it on here. We got about 4
packs left.
Yeah, after this one, there will be 4 packs left. Okay. But yeah, chat, if you guys have messed with PRB at all or play the game, and you guys have anything that you're super excited about, feel free to let me know, either in the chat or in the comments once the stream is over. And I will be more than happy to discourse with you. All right, so we have 3 commons here, looking at a potential hit, right? Just following what has happened so far. So we have 2 uncommons here. Nice. And I have, this is now my 4th copy of this card, but the new Gecko Moria. I'm going to go ahead and read this one off because this is a PRB02 card. I'm very excited for this card in my own Moria deck. 6-drop, 7,000 power character with no counter. It is a brick that says on play, if your leader has the Thriller Bark Pirates type, play up to 1 character card with the cost of 4 less from your trash rested. Then give up to 1 Rested Dawn card to your leader or to one of your characters. So very strong, right? Kind of like a mini Rebecca, but for Thriller Bark. Doing a lot of what Thriller Bark wants to do, helping you flood the board out. And then, of course, it has 7 Words of the Sea Thriller Bark Pirates typing on it. Very strong card. There was a card from EBO3 announced, actually very recently, that directly supports specifically Perona. And it brings back a 6 cost and a 4 cost from your hand or trash, which can include this card. So you can play this and another card, then this can play another card, equip a Dawn, crazy value. Then we have Kozuki Momonosuke is going to be our SR, and nice, we have so this is the starter deck Law from I believe this is the Doflamingo starter deck. Yeah, it's T17. But this is the parallel for it. So that looks really sick, and that is one of my favorite moments from Punk Hazard right there. And then Plastic Surgery Shot is going to be our other foil card. But yeah, look at that, chat. That is just immaculate. Please focus. Please. It's got to be some of the cleanest card art I think I've seen in the game so far. Not going to lie. All right, well, it's not going to focus, but... Please. Oh, there we go. There we go. Pretty sick. All right, I'm going to throw that in a sleeve because it looks fire. And then we will keep on going down into our last couple packs here for the box. So that is our parallel. So we should just get 1 more foil Dawn card. And then anything else, like I said, will be that extra credit. Okay. Let's keep going. Slow Beam Sword. Ideo. And then we got Lightning. Sora. The HQ. Alright, we got Silver's Rayleigh. Pretty good reprint, in my opinion. Eustace Kid. A foil Sora. Very nice. It's a rarity upgrade for my deck. My Reiji deck, that is. Slave Arrow getting a foiling now, and that looks pretty good, in my opinion. There's confetti again on just the text, so nothing too crazy in the foiling there, but it is foiled. And then we have the Chopper Dawn card there. All right, looks like we got about 3 packs left. Yeah, chat, right now I'm catching up on a bunch of animes currently. Just like for a little personal goals, catching up on anime from being gone for about a year from the States. So if you guys have any recommendations of stuff that I've either missed or that you think would be a good show to watch and catch up on, please feel free to leave that either in the chat or in the comments down below, and I will be more than happy to check that out. Let you know what I think about it. All right, so there's those. We got Jinbei. All right, so this is also a PRB02 card, so I'm going to read it real quick. It's for the Dofi deck. So it's a 4-drop 5k, 7 Warlords of the Sea, Fishman, and Sun Pirates type card. Has 1,000 counter and says on play, look at 5 cards on the top of your deck. You get a 7 Warlords C other than Jinbei and add it to your hand. Then place the rest at the bottom of your deck. And when attacking, place up to 1 character at the cost of 1 or less at the bottom of the owner's deck. So just, you know, nice little card. Lets you search in Dofi, so pretty sweet. We got Kyros, and then we got Ideo and a Bonnie foil. Pretty cool. And then we got Bonnie's Dawn with her. Very nice. All right, looks like we got 2 packs left here. All right, let's see if we can pull that second foil Dawn card here, chat. Get some last pack magic going. All right. Oh, come my way, Bonnie. And we got a Robin. So 3 commons. This might be the pack with that Dawn in it. So we got some more uncommons here. Bad Manners Kick Course. Pretty cool. 0 cost red event, I believe, right? Yep. Then we got the Sanji 2K counter. Good that that got reprinted, by the way. Very expensive for... Oh, I don't want to say no reason. It is a good card. All right. And our foil Dawn card is going to be Nico Robin, which looks fantastic, in my opinion. So I'll give that a little twirlsy there. Very nice, very nice. It's got like flower texturing on the inside of the text and stuff like that. All right, so we'll go ahead and sleeve that up. And last pack of the box. Let's see what we got. All right, it's not a God pack. Have my crew, Robin, the Sword, the Lime Juice, the Scratch Man, Burgess getting reprinted. Pretty cool, I guess. Jory Bonnie. Then we got Rory Nora Zoro, the Promo Shanks coming in clutch, and a Yamato Don to round out the first box. So, pretty good pulls overall, chat, for this first box here. We got a lot of the PRB02 rares, which is very good. No Ace, by the way, which is crazy to me. But... pretty sure the odds on the rares for this set are really bad if they're PRB, because it's competing with, like, I mean, look at this. Look at all these rares that got reprinted. It's insane. Yeah, I mean, almost all of these are just reprints. Looks like, yeah, I mean. But yep, we got our Marco as well as a Kobe. So Kobe's really good for my locals, right? Trade that off pretty easily, or give it to my buddy. I know he's got a Kobe deck. I don't think he's got them yet. Go ahead and crack open this second box here. All right, and this time we are going to be going through the commons a little bit faster, right? We've seen most of them already. If there's anything of note, I will point it out, like a foil version of one or something like that. But I'm not going to be calling out their names. We're just kind of be going through them as fast as we can to get them in those piles, so we can get you guys the more interesting hits, right, of the PRB set. All right, let's go. Reset the rarity counters here. Looks like we're starting off with a hit. Nice KO Shanks. We got Sanji common and God Thread. Very cool. Foil God Thread actually is probably worth something. Ooh, nice. And our foil Dawn card, first hit of the box, is going to be Lucci. Very, very sick. Funny now, this is, I believe, the second Lucci Dawn card to be printed out of a PRB set. I think he also had one in PRB1. But this one here, in my opinion, is just so sick. Let me see if I can get this to focus. Come on, come on. I need to get a manually focusing camera. There we go. Oh, come on, come on. It almost did it. There we go. But yeah, very cool. The Gold Dawn for this Lucci looks absolutely phenomenal. It matches the SP Luffy, or excuse me, the SP Lucci that they printed very nicely, in my opinion. All right, keep on going here. So that's our first hit of the box. pretty good intro, if I do say so myself. Nice, another Kobe for our rare. Basil Hawkins. Then we got this guy and a Sabo. Pretty cool. And then another Marshall D. Teachdon. Dog ear this down so it doesn't keep popping up. Hannah needs to figure out how to make these packs better to open. Chat, these things are kind of a pain. Calgara, Luffy. Right, we'll keep on going here. Nice. I did need this one. So I'll go ahead and read this one out because it is a new PRB card. It is for Blackbeard specifically, so one of my decks. Pretty excited to throw this in there. All right, so it is a 4-cost 5,000 power character with 1,000 counter slapped on there. Blackbeard Pirates type. If your leader has the Blackbeard Pirates type, this character gains blocker and plus 4 cost. So kind of relevant, but a lot of things killed off of base cost now. It says on KO though, if your leader has the Blackbeard Pirates type, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a base cost of 4 or less. So trades off with a body pretty nicely. Very good card for Blackbeard in my opinion. Definitely going to be running that in my deck. And then we got Laboon here. Good reprint. And we got a promo limb getting reprinted as well as 10-layer igloo. And we have the Pudding Dawn. Yep. So I believe that is my second Shiryu out of what is now getting into the 4th box. So again, really hard to pull the rares out of this set just because there's so many different rares competing for spots. So if you want to get copies of cards, guys, it's not going to be like a regular set where if you get a case, you're pretty much guaranteed. I know a guy bought a case and did not pull a single one of these blocker Marcos. So just something to keep in mind. Probably better to just bite the bullet and buy these expensive rares because I don't think they're going to go down. I'm going to be honest. I really don't. A lot of people are going to buy this set, and PRB01 held a lot of value. In fact, went up a lot after what people thought were up charges were done, and they stopped putting them on shelves. All right, we got Gravity Blade Raging Tiger for a rare, and this card right here is very good. PRB02. I'll go ahead and read it. I think this is a staple moving forward for like every black deck. I know Emu for sure plays this in OP13. So 6 drop, right? 6 cost, 6,000 power character with 2,000 counter. So pretty good stat line. It says if you have 15 or more cards in your trash, give this card in your hand -3 cost. And he also has blocker. So pretty strong, right? Similar to the purple SR Sanji 2K for purple. I just said purple twice. It's pretty cool. All right, we got Calgara here for a foil, as well as a Sengoku. And the Chopper Don. Chop on out. Do. But yeah, still looking for the 4th Marco for my UI Nami deck. Because I think I will run it in there just to try it out. Seems like a pretty good card. We got Ideo here to start our pack off. We got 3 commons. Looking at a possible hit here, chat. And we got Bonnie as our rare with Newgate as our super rare. And nice. Our secret rare is going to be Blue Sanji. 9 cost. Right? The one from UP. Very good card. We got Zoro here and then the Bonnie Dawn. So go ahead and sleeve that up. Really good reprint as well, chat. This card was insanely expensive for a while. It's funny. I picked him up like $8 back I think in like OP09 before UP was even really announced, and then UP got announced and it went up to like 15 or 20 and I was like, oh nice. And then I think it topped out at almost $40 a copy. It was something insane like $35 $40 a copy for that one card. So I made so much money off of it and was not in a position to sell it, and now it's worth about the same if not less, but still a really good card. All right, let's get cooking. Another 3 commons. So looking at another hit pack, hopefully. Mr. Gaudino and Mihawk. Nico Robin. This is the promo Bonnie. And nice, we have a foil Blackbeard Dawn card. So let me see if I can get this to focus. And it's just got like texturing on it in the black there. It's like a fractal looking thing. Pretty cool. I like the looks of it. A lot of people were dogging this one, but I think it's pretty chill. we'll go ahead and sleeve that up. That's our second foil Dawn card for our second box here. So shouldn't be getting any more foil Dawns or golden Dawns, right? Because we already pulled our 2 foils. So just something to keep in mind as we get on into our box further. So we're looking for our 2 parallels and another secret rare, and hopefully some extra credit. All right, let's get going. Nice, we got Zoro. Actually, I need to read that Zoro real quick. Let me put these down. So Zoro right here is also a new card. It is a 4 cost, 4,000 power, 2k counter character with the Straw Hat Crew and Supernova type. It says, opponent's turn. If this character would be rested by your opponent's character's effect, you may rest one of your other characters instead. So only an opponent's character's effect, but still pretty good. And then it also has blocker. So it's a blocker that is harder to turn sideways if you are playing into it. It's pretty good overall. All right, let's keep going here. Charlotte Pudding getting a reprint in this set as well. Pretty cool. The card was creeping back up to like $4 or $5, I believe. So despite getting like, you know, winners packs and tournament packs, reprints and things like that, just still holding a lot of value there. I mean, it's a really strong card, right? Arguably one of the best cards in blue. Got a Ben Beckman as well. And we got Brooke, and nice, guys, another Uso Hachi. That is sick. We love to see that right there. All right, not quite halfway down this second box. Chat, one of my buddies, we both bought a case of OP09 when it was coming out. We both pre-ordered it, and he pulled the manga Shanks, which was pretty sick. But it made me think, I've never actually pulled a manga, so I would really like to pull one at some point. Not saying that'll happen in this video, but it would be really cool. Nice, we got my Iron Dragon there. It would be really cool to pull a manga at some point for you guys. It would be really cool to record that. Oh, man, my back gets fried during this stuff. All right, let's keep going here. Strongest card. Keep on forgetting to hold this out, chat. All right, let's keep going here. Frankie. Nice. All right, I'm going to read this one off because this is also a new card. This is for Katakuri, as well as Big Mom decks in general, but especially Katakuri. So this is a 7-drop, 5,000 power character, so not that big of a stat line. But it says, on play, Dawn -2. If your leader, it also has a 1,000 counter, though. One thing to note, a 7-drop with 1,000 counter is pretty nice. But it says, on play, Dawn -2. If your leader has a Big Mom Pirates type and your opponent has 6 or more Dawn cards on their field, draw 2 cards. Then play up to 1 Big Mom Pirates type character with 6,000 to 8,000 power from your hand. So guys, really strong ability there, really big tempo play. You get to replace itself and then 1, and also play out a 6,000 to 8,000 power character. Pretty good ability overall. So that's going to be our SR there. And then we got Promo Luffy. Another foil Black Vortex. Very cool. Love to see that. And then we have the Marcodon. All right, getting into the second half of our box here. We're looking for our second secret rare and hopefully our parallels. Let's get going here. No Dawn God Pack yet. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. All right, we got Gum Gum Rain. Looks pretty cool, but I don't think it's very good. Yeah, it's a blue 0 cost. There's so many better options. Rocket Luffy getting a reprint. Kind of interesting. I don't think it was that expensive, but still a good card to get reprinted nonetheless. Basically reprinting the entirety of the Three Brothers Black Yellow Luffy deck. We got Robin here and an Edward Newgate, and then a Buggy Dawn card. Okay, there we go. Got a little ace action. Another Uso Hachi. Good to see. Okama Way. Or sorry, Okama My Way. Boom. Boom. Alright, so this is a PRB02 card as well. So I'll read it off. So this is Nami 2-drop 2,000 power character with 1,000 counter on it. It says, on play, look at the top 5 of your deck, grab any Straw Hat Crew type card other than Nami, add it to your hand, and then place the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order with a trigger to play this card. So pretty cool. Gives you like more search options, I guess, in a Straw Hat deck. And then we have Black Maria as well being printed here. Ooh, very cool. So this is going to be the new Shiryu card in its parallel variant. So let me get this to focus up here real quick. Very, very cool. I'm not going to read it because we read it earlier. See if I can get it to focus one more time. But yeah, just look at that. I mean, pretty sick art there. Then we have It's to Die For as well. Very good. And then a Smoker Dawn. So get this bad boy in a sleeve ASAP. That's one of our parallels, so we're still looking for another one. A little drink break here. Wipe the condensation off. Yeesh. All right. Keep on, keep it on. Nice. Portis D Ace. I had to pay $5 for a copy of this from the card store earlier. I'll go ahead and read it off, actually, because it is a PRB02 card. So, 5-drop, 7,000 power, no counter, so it's a brick. It says, on play, if you have a face-up life card, play it to one Sabo, Ace, or Luffy with a cost of 2 from your hand or trash. So, combo piece for pretty much just BY, but still. Nice. And we got a Cavendish reprint. This card is, or at least it was, I don't know what it is now, so expensive. It is awesome to see this card get reprinted. I already had 8 copies, I think 9 actually, because I bought 4 alt arts, made an investment when they were like 20, 25, and now they were, I think, sitting around 40 or 50. And then I also bought another playset when I bought my green yellow law deck. We got Sangoro here and Bartolomeo, of course, being our foil cards with a Gear 5 Dawn. So yeah, really good to see Cavendish come out of here. I definitely am going to dump that off on somebody for a trade if they're looking for it. All right, here we go. Finger Pistol getting a reprint, very nice, as well as the Rush Shanks. We got Promo Sabo, Shut Up and Come With Us, and the Robin Dawn. I kind of want to get the foil Shanks Dawn. That Dawn card looks really sick. We haven't pulled it yet, so I haven't shown you what the base art looks like, but you'll know it when you see it. It's very iconic looking. Okay. All right, Trafalgar Law Searcher getting reprinted. And then we got another blocker Sabo. Katarina Devon. And oh, come my way with another Sugar Dawn card. Very nice, very nice. All right, getting down towards the bottom of the box, we need our second alt art and our second secret rare here. Nice. That PRB Onami, and then, or sorry, Otama, and then we got Carrot coming in here. The Marshall D. Teach with the Blackbeard Pirate sigil on it. You can kind of see it there in the light. And then we got Kinemon, Foxfire Kinemon Dawn. All right. Kaya getting reprinted, very cool. Nice, and Tashigi getting a reprint as well. Very strong card. Glad that that is reprinted. Ooh, and we have the Basil Hawkins for our parallel, and then Charlotte Brule. So I'll go ahead and put that down here. Basil Hawkins is going to be a very good card in my opinion. Good in the kid deck as well as a couple other yellow decks. that are starting to see play. I believe you also run this in the new Bonnie. If I can get this to... Come on. There we go. It's kind of working. Yeah, pretty good looking art in my opinion. Pretty ominous. It's going to be our second alt art for that box. So now we're looking for our last secret rare and then wrap that up. And again, chat, once we're done with these 3 boxes, I will show you that my era that we got earlier. All right. That's the regular basal right there. Just got reprinted. Nice. We got our second Brook. Boom. Boom. And the Revo Dawn. And we have 2 packs left. Okay, we got Maynard. Come on, we'll fight you. Searcher event. Nice. Another PRB card. I'm going to go ahead and read this one off because we haven't pulled it yet. This is going to be Boa Hancock. It's yellow for once. She says she's a 5-cost, 7,000 power character with no counter. On play, you can trash a card with a trigger from your hand. Your opponent's rested leader or up to one of your opponent's characters, so not rested, other than Monkey D. Luffy, cannot attack until the end of your opponent's next end phase. And it also says trigger KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less. So pretty cool. Pretty good card. We have the Mihawk promo. And the Murakami Sword with a Yamato Dawn. And our last pack magic. Toss that out of here. Hopefully has our... Whoa, excuse me. Second SR in it. Or something. Alright. It's not a god pack. Alright, the new Lucky Roo. This is a PRB02 card. I'll go ahead and read it off because we haven't pulled this one yet. 4 cost, 2,000 power character with 1,000 counter. It is a blocker with the red-haired pirate's type. It says on play, you can trash a character with 6,000 power or more from your hand to draw 2. It's a pretty good card in Shanks, adding to that consistency because that deck's consistency is atrocious. We have Teach for our SR, and our secret's going to be Bon Clay. What a great card. Finally getting the reprint it really needed. And then, of course, Crocodile rounding out our box there with the Vegapunk Dawn. So good card. Finally got reprinted. This card was sitting at $35 to $40 for what felt like ever, chat. Just really expensive, really high demand card. So good to see that card finally get the justice it deserves and come down in price to be more affordable. Still probably going to be a $10 to $20 card, somewhere in that price range if I had to guess. As long as purple stays somewhat relevant. At least in the capacity of a classic purple deck. Alright, we're getting into our last box here, chat. Third and final. Third time's a charm. Can we pull an extra credit card in here? Whether it be Dawn, Gold Dawn, right? Or a manga rare, or one of these special treatments for the event cards. Well, chat, let's see. Let's see. Okay. Technical difficulties on the box there. Okay. That new pack smell. Intoxicating. Alright. Wouldn't that have been crazy, chat, if the first pack was a god pack? Alright. Okay, Chorus and Rebecca. Cavendish and the Crocodile. And our Dawn card's going to be Teach. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So once again, guys, resetting that counter. And notice in that second box, we did not pull a single Marco. Kind of unfortunate. We do still need one more. Let's see if we can get it. All right, here we go. All right, 3 commons, chat. So we have a hit here. Probably. Lucky Roo coming back and showing up with a Sanji. Nice. All right, so our first alt, I should say, for this is going to be the alternate for Finger Pistol. So already a really strong card, and this one I must say, I'm just going to go through these last two. Ooh, the foil God Thread as well coming through. What a pack that was. What a pack indeed. All right, check out this art, chat. This is got to be one of the better arts of the set, in my opinion. I mean, just mad aura on this card here. Really, really good texturing on the foiling too. Yeah, so cool. Going into my favorites collection for sure. So we'll put that down there. A really good start to our box, chat. Really good start. Gonna keep on cracking. So we need, that means we have one more alt, and then 2 secrets and 2 Dawn cards. All right, let's get in here. Another Nami with a 10-drop Teach, promo Sabo, and another foil Bonnie. Pretty cool. Can we get the playset of the foil Bonnies, chat? That's the question. Another Ace. And then we got Kyros here. Corda Coliseum and the Revo. So nothing else yet. Nothing else yet. Nothing crazy anyways. Law getting his reprint there. KO Shanks. Starter deck Luffy. Oh, that's cool. It's got like a film design on it. You see that? Pretty fire. Oh, shoot. And then these guys, the old Heart Pirates card. Shirahoshi Dawn. Has like this kind of swirl going across it. Looks almost like wind. Pretty neat. And once again, Chad, if you're just dropping in, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Like the stream if you like it. Share it with your friends if you want them to also watch. Subscribe so you don't miss any streams or videos in the future. And then let me know in the comment section or in the chat if there's anything you'd like to see next, and I'll see what I can do about it. All right. It's like a hit pack here. We got 3 commons. Charlotte Pudding coming in with Law. Nice. And we got the 9-cost Zoro secret rare. So this is my second copy that I actually own. My first one I pulled out of a box earlier. So actually a card that I not like wanted, but it's very nice to have because I have the option now. Very strong. Very good reprint. Then we have Cavendish, of course, and the Marco Don. So that is our first secret of the box, chat. So we have one more secret, one more promo, or parallel, and then 2 foil Don cards. And hopefully more. Hopefully more. All right. Frankie. And nice, the 2K Sabo coming back. We got Sanji common and the Bonnie promo with a Lucci Don. All right, I'm going to consolidate these stacks here real quick, chat. Should be a little better. Not quite halfway down this box. Got 2 more packs left on this half of the box. Come on, we'll fight you. Another Crocodile. We got Ideo, and I have my crew with the Kyros Dawn. Surgery. Newgate, Robin. Alright, we got the EB01 Scratchman of Poo 2K. Pretty good reprint, in my opinion. This card was like actually expensive to get for my law deck for like no reason. It's pretty cool they got reprinted. The Boa Hancock coming back in. We got Emporio Ivankov, uncommon. Another foil Sabo. And, ooh, we have the Parallel Shirahoshi Don. So probably not worth that much, but still very, very good treatment here. Really like that foiling. Very nice. So now we just need one more foil Don from this one. Hopefully it's a golden Don, chat. Alright, and last pack of the first half of the last box. So we got 10 packs left after this one. Silver's Rayleigh with the Ben Beckman, Sengoku, and Mary Joie with the Calgarodon. Alright, start in on the second half here. Do 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 do. What's going on with that? Six King Pistol, so 0 cost black event. Getting reprinted here. Did they reprint every 0 cost? I think they did. Yeah, they did. Nice. Another Punk Hazard Dressrosa. And the Bonnie Dawn. Yeah, Dressrosa Zoro here, followed by Marco. Nice. So we were able to pick up our 4th copy. Very nice, chat. And then we got Buggy, Promo Croc, and the Yamato Dawn once again. Go ahead and sleeve up that Marco. Just really sick art on that Marco, by the way, chat. It almost looks like secret level. It's obnoxious, too. Other than, like, the one OG OP01 Marco, every Marco card has just been, like, good. Even the leader has just been, like, consistently decent. Alright, 3 commons here. See what that means. Nice. Tony Chopper, really good reprint. Alright, we got 8 cost Captain Kidd. Ooh, really, really good hit here, chat. That is going to be the parallel rare for the Punk Hazard Law. Very nice, very nice. Come on, focus. And also, just like the blue Law, taking place in that same scene, we also have Promo Limb and a Caesar Clown. So let me get this sleeved up real quick, and then I can put them kind of side by side here. So they're not going to look the same, but they happen at the same, in the same scene in the show. So pretty cool. So that should wrap up our parallels unless we pull some sort of special treatment event or like a manga rare. Very good hit there. Very, very good. Alright, cooking here, cooking here. 0 cost green. Black Maria. We have Baby Ace. Newgate. Ooh, and we got the foil Usopp Dawn card. I'm gonna be honest, this was kind of hard to tell. Oh, wait, no. It's got like all the little sketch marks on his face are like individually textured. Kind of hard to see there. Yeah, looks okay. Not my favorite, if I had to be honest. Still haven't pulled a Shankston, like a single one, I don't think. That's crazy. 3 boxes, not a single Shankston, even like the just regular art. Must have short printed it or something. Hopefully we can pull one in these last couple packs here, because I was meaning to show y'all what it looks like. Alright. Jinbei. Another Shirahoshi, very nice. Nojiko. Pretty good print there, actually. I can put that in my Nami deck as a rarity upgrade. Starting to get down to the last couple packs here, chat. About 4 left, 5 left, I think. Alright, started off strong with a new Sohachi. Love to see that. An Okama Way. Gravity Blade Raging Tiger. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Another Cavendish. Is this the second one in this box? Super sweet. Alright, we got Baby Luffy. Another foil Slave Arrow. Nice to see. And then the Vegapunk Dawn. The only thing I think they didn't reprint from the Three Brothers starter deck is the Garp Searcher, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like they printed all the brothers. Oh, and I guess the Yamato 2K, but that card was kind of mid. And then some of the events. But all of like the useful cards that multiple decks use. Actually, no, because if you're running Three Brothers, you probably run that Garp Searcher anyways. So, Promo Law, very good card, actually. Super underrated. Alright, we got Charlotte Pudding Rare. Kind of a cool card. Glad to see this get reprinted. And it's followed immediately by the Pudding SR. Pretty cool. And we got Sangoro, a Germa 66 foil. It's our first one of that. And then the regular Usopp Dawn. So we got about 3 packs here, 2 packs here, something like that. Still looking for our last SR for the box, chat, and then anything else that decides to show up. Gum Gum Rain, Rocket Luffy. Ooh, little ace action here. Haven't seen that one yet, so that's why I paused on it. Here we go. All right, this is the Dawn card I was talking about. It's not a foil, but yeah, I mean, look at that. It is just so sick. So the foil of that, I guarantee, just looks fire. All right, last 2 packs, chat. Let's see if we can pull our boy. Mr. 3. Shanks. Nice. And we got the Gear 2 Punch Luffy. So you guys might remember from the opening stream for the case of PRB02, if you ever stuck around for that one. But this card, one of the chases from there, finally got reprinted, bringing this price down to, I believe it's less than $20 now, which is pretty sick considering how expensive it was. And then we got the Kobe Dawn here. Gonna sleeve that bad boy up. Nice to see you, Punch Luffy. Thanks for dropping by. Oh, I never sleeved the Zoro. Oh, great heavens. There we go. All right, and last pack of the opening here. Burgess and nice. The new Luffy. This is the regular version, by the way. Promo Koala foiled. Three Brothers Bond common. And the Sanji Don. All right, so that's going to be our 3 boxes. So no mangas or anything like that, but we still got some really, really good pulls here. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with these 3 boxes, chat. Pretty happy indeed. Alright, but let me real quick go ahead and grab out that My Hero so I can show you what it looks like, because it is fire. It is really sick looking, in my opinion. Alright, 1 second. Be right back. Alright, sorry, I had to go grab my Blackbeard deck. But here we are. Yeah, I pulled it right before I did the tournament, so I slammed it into the deck that I was using, because I did run Blackbeard for this tournament. Okay. Get it all. Yep. Okay, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Here we go. So it's going to be kind of hard to see because this is double sleeved, the texturing on it, but this is the special treatment, one of the special treatment events I was talking about. So look at this absolute beauty here. In fact, let me see if this comes better up in this camera. Not really. Whatever. Anyways, yep, but that is it. Very, very sick looking. All right. But yeah, that is our 3 boxes here. Pretty happy with our pulls, right? We got our 2 Marcos that we were looking for, which is honestly probably more than I could have asked for, if I'm being honest. Got really lucky. But yeah, I just remembered though, I do have a special treat. It's not PRB02, but I've been saving up a couple of these tournament packs. They're not winners packs. They're just like the little ones you get for participating, but I have, I think, 6 or 8 of them, something like that. So I can grab those real quick as well. Yeah, I have 6 of them. Okay. So we got 1, 2 volume 3s. Sorry, we got 3 volume 3s, 2 volume 1s, and a volume 4. So I'll go in order here. Nice, we got the Film Sanji. I don't think you can get anything crazy out of these ones anyway. It's just the participator ones. Pretty sure all the cards come out of the winner packs, so. Kaku. Alright, these are our 3s. Yeesh. Almost tore the card there just because the pack is so bad. It's really are a pain to open, dude. There we go. Sengoku. Oh, that's actually sick art. Look at that. I've never seen that one before. Kind of want more of those because I think my buddy would want them. Come on, give me another one. Give me something cool here. Good grief. Bandai, this packaging. What is this? Jinbei, pretty cool. Another 3 here, and then we'll do our 4 as our last one. Another Jinbei. Last but not least, I think this is the newest one. Nice. All right. Anyways. But yep, guys, that is going to do it for our box opening of PRB02. Thank you so much for tuning in if you did, or if you're watching this in post, thank you so much for watching. Again, one more time, little shameful plug. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, as it helps out the channel a ton. Drop a like on the stream. Subscribe so you don't miss any more streams or uploads. Share it with any of your friends that you think would like to watch somebody gamble. And then leave a comment down in the comment section below if there's anything you'd like to see in the future, and I will see what I can do to get that to you. Yeah, and I think that's probably going to be about it. So, like I said, trying to get that video up by tomorrow sometime in the afternoon for that first locals. And then hopefully we'll be getting another one to you after that. Probably shorter form, just so that I can get some more stuff to you guys. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys later.